Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Well, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Boxing Day. It's a good time of year.
It's a great time of year to be here.
DeathPiles and Taxes, episode number 50.
The podcast that keeps on going.
That's right.
It gives you what you want, and you'll never need to keep a receipt because you won't be returning it.
Except you will want to keep a receipt for tax purposes.
If you listen to this podcast for tax purposes, can you write off anything?
The answer to that is, it depends.
Well, that's better than what I was thinking you were going to say.
Well, yeah. Special. I mean, it's always special. Every one of these episodes is special, but we got something for you this morning.
Wow. Something for me this morning. It's 4 in the afternoon.
It's this morning in France for our good listeners there.
Oui, bonjour, mister. Well, okay.
Yeah, I can't really do it. I guess you do a little drum roll.
Oh, what we got? Oh. Well, what? Those look like Cheddar Bay biscuits. With bacon or something in them? Now, am I going to have to take a pill for this?
Those would be cheddar baked biscuits.
Wow. Well, look at that. I got Christmas gifts.
Well, it is the season, my friend.
Yeah. Well, wow. I don't even know where to begin.
Well, you know, we always go to the on-air reveal. That's what my kids had to kind of keep you distracted.
No, that's what you were sneaking in, huh?
We got them some modified cheddar baked biscuits. We didn't have cheddar, so we used Colby Jack. But I decided to throw in a little bacon to, hopefully spice it up for you.
Ooh, and you got that, a mix.
So you can make your own cheddar baked biscuits.
Is this a fruit cake?
That's a fruit cake.
It's pre-sliced.
You are the fruit cake.
Wow.
So we made sure we took care of it. And there's even a gift card on there, so you can take Holly out.
Too good to me.
There might be enough if you go for the lunch special that she could get a drink.
Well, I might have to cough up a couple bucks for a Coke, huh?
So my wife wanted to tell you thank you. You helped with a Christmas gift of hers. It was large. It was heavy. She didn't want to pay for the medical bills, so this is our peace offering.
And then we got her something too. Not talking about her husband.
Yes.
Large and heavy.
Oh, bazinga!
Oh, bam!
So we're gonna hit a little something break so you can enjoy one, and then we'll come right back.
Okay.
Well, that was the best snack break we've ever had.
Wow. Now I gotta have something to wash it down with.
Well,
that was almost in tandem.
That was a double pop.
Now here's the problem. I had a good 15 minutes about you buying your pregnant wife a treadmill for Christmas that I can't use now because you gave me such a bountiful biscuit basket of gifts.
Biscuit baskets, because, I know you think I'm a scumbag, but deep down, I really care. I think about things.
You do.
I try to be thoughtful.
You know that Grinch that had the heart?
I do.
You might be related.
I thought of myself, too, as Ebenezer Scrooge. You know what I did today?
Do I dare ask?
I told my staff here, I says, you know what? Just don't even come in tomorrow.
Wow.
Paid day off.
Laid them all off, huh? Right before Christmas.
Wow.
Heartless.
No, they were not laid off. They were said, don't come back tomorrow. You're paid for tomorrow. And a friend of the program, Brian, who he got us a question. You're gonna have to be on the spot and answer that for us.
Yeah, that's what we do.
We even tried getting both people who work with us. We tried giving them Star Wars tickets. Like they had a special screening that somebody called and said, "Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "No," but my staff might.
I'm going Saturday. My work. That's something I got. It's free Star Wars tickets. I'm not a Star Wars guy, but for free. I was gonna take Cole for a Christmas gift, but he's already going. So me and my wife are just going for free because it's free.
Yeah, apparently everybody's going. Like I got these. It's like some company we work with rented out an entire theater and
I
come and
a lot of places are doing that.
So I let both I let everyone here at work know that hey, they've got tickets at 11. Like, oh, we've already bought our tickets. Oh, we've already bought our tickets.
Well, you can go twice.
And I says
it's free.
# never seen the Star War.
Yeah, you're not a Star Wars man, but maybe you could just start at the end. Just go see how it ends, and then you can see if you want to go back and watch any of it.
And by end, you know they're going to come out with another one in like 3 years. This is the way it works.
Well, they'll keep making. This is the end of the one, and then they're doing the others.
You might as well be speaking Japanese to me right now.
One and others. Well, what's our question? This is a podcast about eBay, e-commerce selling, so on and so forth. For those of you that might just be joining us here for the first time and wondering what you got into. Yes, we like some Cheddar Bay biscuits, and we talk about Red Lobster money, and now we got me a fruit cake that the gift that keeps on giving. But we also answer questions about eBay, and we talk about selling things online, slinging, and had an awesome week this week. I'm going to get into that here in a little bit, but we like to take care of your questions too. So, friend of the program, Brian.
Brian is listening all the time. Every episode, he's still in it, man. He's got that itch. He sold some. He bought those vintage Hershey like Kiss plates and Hershey chocolates.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He sold like I think 1 or 2 of each, and he's made as much money as he paid for the entire lot. So he's still got 11 of them there.
So he's broke even, and the rest is going to be profit.
It's like a slow play. You know what I mean?
It's a get rich slow scheme, like we've said.
So he actually had a 2-part question. One was regarding payment. He had payment. This eBay, it's on hold. He had like a 21-day hold on some money from PayPal.
That's probably a PayPal. You can do a check, and it takes them forever to clear a check, an electronic check. So I'm guessing that's it. Was it his money or something somebody paid him?
That's a good question. It says payment from this sale is on eBay hold.
Yeah, so either the person's on probation, probably, a little, what would you call it? I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it. Hasn't always paid or been the best eBay customer, or they're doing an e-check through PayPal, which takes forever to clear for whatever reason. So I've had a few of those, and you just wait it out, and one day it will say paid ship.
So it just takes a little time to maybe get that payment.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about it. If it goes too long, you can contact eBay and say, what's the deal? But as long as it doesn't say hasn't paid or canceled, you don't really got to worry about it.
Okay, so it's just one of those sit back and wait. So here's the other one. So that was question number 1. Question number 2 from Brian is said, let's see, I have some things with over 300 views. Is it best to try and tweak my description of the item? Should I stop the listing and relist it? If I relist it, will more people see it, or will it drop to the bottom?
That's the age-old question. And from what I understand, it depends. I'm a person that lists it and forgets it, and I might come back in 16 months when it says, this has been up for 16 months. You might want to reconsider some things, and I'll end it, then I'll sell similar. Basically copy it and make it a fresh listing. And in that time, I'll go and tweak our, description or look at some things.
So his situation is he's a real part-time guy, just kind of do it. And honestly, for him, it'd be nice to sell more than later.
Yeah, that might be something where you want to look at price. You might want to look at your shipping options. If you're having that many people looking, they're finding it. There's just something about it that they don't want to buy it for whatever reason, right?
Gotcha.
I have thousands of people that have viewed it, and for whatever reason, they're not clicking through. Promoted listings would help with that. Whether or not you do free shipping or not could influence that. There's a lot of little things. Like we talked about, I think it was last episode where Mike Painter made his black mug a gothic mug.
Yeah. You
might want to look at some keywords, and maybe the right people aren't seeing it. If you're not using all the letters in your item description, I'd go back and revisit that, make sure that you're hitting up the list like me and Adam talked about, in that order of how people search so that you get the most bang for your buck. Does he have a store, do you know?
I do not believe he has a store.
Okay, I was going to say, if you do have a store, Tara Peak has suggestions on keywords and that kind of a thing that you can go look into. But
yeah,
definitely it's not going to hurt to go and tweak some things around. I wouldn't end it and relist it, because that's going to lose those 300 views. If you send offers and stuff, it's a new listing. So you're not going to have that history of people that found it. If you can make an offer, how sometimes it'll let you make an offer, maybe just throw it out. It goes to a few hundred people. I don't know how many watchers you have. So that's a few things you can do. 300 seems like a lot, but it's not a whole lot. I wouldn't really, unless you really need the space, or you're pretty nervous about it, or just want to flip it, fast and move on, which we all do. I get that space-wise, but I just kind of let it hang out. Maybe look at your your description. Look at your shipping options. Make sure that it makes sense. If you can throw in the free shipping, maybe adjust your price. Make sure that you have different options. So you have the priority, you have the slow boat, the fast boat, that kind of thing. But that's what I would do.
Aren't those great questions?
Yeah, I mean that's something everyone has that thing that just isn't selling. But I had an awesome week, like I was saying this week, and I sold things that I'd had for years. So it depends if you're looking to move it fast. You're looking price, you're looking eyeballs. I can sit there and wait for, a year or two if I can get an extra $20, $10 off something.
So if you do decide to redo the descriptions, this is always we got to come up with a better name for this.
Yeah, we do. It's
the D&T listings.
It's basically how eBay recommends that you list things. This is how Google finds your things. This is how they've termed that. I think it was in the UK eBay that actually did the what do you call it, test or wherever where they did this. These were the results.
The algorithm.
So this is how you want to list things to make sure that most people are seeing it, because this is how most people search.
Yeah. So again, that kind of one of the things we looked at, we talked about as you're doing descriptions, if you do need to adjust, the way, I guess, kind of order of importance would be brand, which in my instance still is available, Nike, gender, men's, size, medium, color, gray, theme, Arizona Cardinal sweatshirt.
I mean, there's some things that just they're not fast movers. You're basically waiting for that one person that's looking for this item to come and find your item.
Yeah.
And they might not be on the internet for 3 months looking for it, but when they do, you want them to be able to find yours and have it cha-ching.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Hey, speaking of football.
The foosball.
I have to brag a little bit, Adam.
All right.
I'm in the finals of my fantasy football league. I'm playing for the championship this week. I got a big game coming up, resting some players, getting them healthy. But Vegas has actually took some interest. I got me a spread. I'm a 14.5 point favorite, and our over/unders at 200. 199.
I was telling you, you're losing our listeners, but I am not buying that. So you're saying I could bet on your fantasy league
championship game
right now?
Yes.
Is this through like 5 dimes? Do I need to have some?
It's through Derek's Venmo.
Oh, I was gonna say you get some guys interested in some of that side. I'm telling you.
I'm just saying it's available. That's the line.
$1 billion app idea is you bet me. That's our app, and you can bet your buddies. We hold it in the escrow dollar amount.
Hey, speaking of things, big congratulations. Adam was on another radio program yesterday, talking about his wheelchair company and things, and I have to harass him a bit because he forgot to mention one little thing that he does here with, could get some more listeners. I gave him a hard time about that yesterday. But no, it was really cool. Gave it a listen, and Adam, big time this.
Well, we'll have to we'll break it. We'll give these guys some love. I was on the Top of Mind show with Julie Rose. They found her information. It's through BYU Radio, which is a national. She made sure she let me know that national radio show. It's on XM 143. So
XM, I had to go find it off the internet and steal it for free
on Reddit.
Did
Mike Durbin send you the link?
I knew it was important because they talk real soft and like this.
Yes,
it was like almost an NPR sounding show.
It was quite interesting. I mean, breaking it down, there was important grandma roles, all-terrain wheelchairs, which obviously that was us. But then you had the enduring appeal of Mr. Rogers. They had a lady on there that worked with Mr. Rogers.
Then what else did they do after that? It might have helped us out with some more listeners.
We got bamboozled at the end. They had 2019 hottest toys with the toy guy.
And the toy guy said that there hasn't been a hot toy since the Hatchimals. So the toy guy was wrong, because there was the whole finger thing in between there. And then last year, I was flipping quite a bit of the Ryan's eggs. So I was a bit hot at that point.
I know. It's insane, man.
I take all my anger out on you. I apologize. It's because you gave me all this Christmas goodies and the Cheddar Bay biscuits. I didn't even have to take a pill for because I only took one. With what kind of cheese did you say you threw in there with the bacon?
That would be Colby Jack.
Great.
Was that a great upgrade?
Great Audible, yes.
Audible, I like that. So,
hey, let's talk a little eBay, should we?
Let's do some eBay.
Well, this week, like I said, I had a great week. I decided to be a little proactive, and I don't know if it just happened to line up with the week before Christmas or not, but I did a 25% sell on 95% of my store.
Okay.
Basically everything that I wasn't into too deep.
Yeah.
I usually have, about 100% markup on a lot of my stuff because you get it from the thrift store, you get it from yard sales or whatever. So I went ahead and just took 25% off, and that's going till, I think I was running it till either Saturday or Sunday, so here a couple days. That first day after, I had a $600 day, which cha-ching pain in the butt to ship day, which we know is a good thing.
Yeah.
And this year, I haven't had that. And usually years past,
you do that quite frequently.
Well, November and December, it wasn't rare to have days where, that's a good chunk of money, but where you'd make hundreds of dollars, it wasn't a rare thing. And, I wasn't bragging, but I was sharing it with some of the friends and stuff, just to kind of motivate and say, hey, look what's going on. And I was talking to Waddy.
Okay, what's Waddy doing?
He sold some DVDs. He amazes me, some of the stuff he comes up with to sell. He's like, I only sold me, a season of, I don't even know the show, some DVD season today for
Gilmore Girls
for $25. And I said, man, if you can sell DVDs, you're doing something right.
Yeah, because that's a
tough one.
industry.
Well, it's tough because you can just stream it and everything. And then he was telling me about his wife found these little snowmen at Trader Joe's.
Okay.
They're like a hot chocolate.
Oh yeah,
You put them in the hot chocolate and it melts.
Okay.
Apparently, they're I don't know if they were $2.99 or $1.99, somewhere in that ballpark, and they had a limit. So his wife starts loading up on them, and the guy at the desk goes, "Excuse me, you can only get like 3 or 4, whatever the limit is of those." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she's getting ready to put them back. He goes, "You know what? I don't care. Get as many as you want." So she ended up loading up, and she was selling them for I think $20 a thing, and they've been going, which is awesome. And that's why I said it's the same thing. I just have more volume. The reason that I have these big days for the most part is I got a couple thousand items, so there's a lot more to look through. When you're doing 25% off and things start going, it seems to be a snowball effect. And I've been listing all week because Adam forgot, but me and him are in a listing challenge.
Oh no, I did not forget.
Well, then you're Trojan horses or something, because I'm watching your store. There's not a whole lot going there.
Have you checked today?
I haven't because I've been working all day.
Uh-huh.
So
when you say working, we get these like long text message threads with all you and your buddies, and I'm like, how are these guys getting paid? I'm on the clock.
Well, we get 15-minute breaks and a lunch break. And
yeah, but you use that time to use your vape pen you use, right?
Sometimes you gotta go to the restroom. You know I don't vape at them. Don't be telling these good people that.
You were the one selling the vape juice and rubbing menthols down your throat.
I said I would sell it. I didn't say I was using.
Uh-huh. This stuff tastes great.
Tastes like great. Well, that's what I heard. Reviews.
Oh, sure you did.
10 out of 5 doctors recommend this.
10 out of 5.
If you're gonna vape, this one helps you digest better.
Did you get that off some Albanian website?
Well, I'm not gonna tell all my sources. But anyway, had a great. This week's just been crazy for me. But selling things left and right, and I gotta go home and pack up a bunch of things. So hopefully everyone out there is having a good holiday, fourth quarter, whatever you want to call it, season.
We just got some stuff shipped out today and had to make sure we got it nice and fit in the box and make sure it gets out there before Christmas. So we got some people looking for some things.
So what did you sell?
More porcelain dolls.
That seems to be a good little
my
niche
wife,
job.
it's not a ton of money, but a little bit here and there. It's funny. I was listening to one of the other podcasts, Pod Hustle. I can't remember. But anyways, they're talking about selling, and they're talking about losing money. Like they're like, oh, I've got all these things and I got to get them up, and I'm losing money on everything. And I'm like,
that's the thing. Like with Brian, where people want their stuff gone so fast that they're going. I don't understand the point of that. There's some things where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to break even. Maybe I made a mistake, or I'll talk about some cards a little later where I came up with a strategy, and I don't know if it's going to work or not, but to where basically I can break even after I go through and kind of Mike painter the deck like we learned the other day, what kind of how he bought things or how you bought things. But I do have to add this in here. Friend of the program, Ben CV. I feel like we haven't done a show forever.
yeah,
I don't know why, but a lot of information here. He was asking if we're still trying to come up with names for the listeners for the anniversary show, which is coming up here soon. Not sure when we're going to do it, but soon. And I said, no, we haven't came up with a name. Here's some ideas, He said, well, what about Reapers? And I said, Reapers? Adam thought I said Reefers. And Adam's like, I don't think we can do that because not everyone smokes weed that listens to us. I don't think that's what it should be. I said, Reapers. And he goes, oh, like what do you mean that? And if you look at our logo, we have that Grim Reaper. So we could say, don't fear the Reaper. You know, that could be a whole thing there. So I'm going to throw that one in the ring as far as another name.
Reapers, not reefers.
Not reefers, like the madness. So I think we got a few names coming. We'll let you know when we put up a poll, and we'll just let you guys vote and whatever. Jimmy Cheapy Pants. Jimmy McKnight sent me a thing today about he must have some watch out or something. Walmart.com had a Monopoly Junior game, the neon green edition that's usually $30 for $5. So I was going to go load up like I do, but by the time I got there, they'd fixed it. It must have just been a glitch or something. So by the time I went there and clicked on it, and it was $5, but when you went to put in your card, it had been fixed to the $30.
How does that Jimmy Cheapy Pants? He's got.
I don't know.
He's got an in.
He's doing something. I don't know what it is. He says he's not reselling yet, but he listens to every show, and he's up on these kind of things. Man, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's the guy. Hey, check out this bolo.
But yeah, he's got bolos. He's got all these things. He's feeding the beast. So if nothing else, he must just be enjoying hearing us talk about it. Also, sorry, man. I feel like I'm just shoving 10 pounds in that 20-pound or 5-pound bag or however we did it.
That's what I did with my brother's Christmas present about 20 minutes ago.
I know, I put people's Christmas gifts in, just doing the pirate ship, and it's in my eBay bags, it's fine, they understand, I sell on eBay, I'll just ship out to them, whatever. Now what was I going to say? Man.
You're stuffing 10 pounds into a 3-ounce
That's what I was doing, but what was I going to say?
Lots of shows.
Okay, my wife the other day tells me, listen to the last show.
Oh, Holly listened.
She listened. Apparently, my dad saying that I was giggling like a schoolgirl with that Mike Painter episode. We were up pretty late.
It was quite.
And I was having a great time, and we had a good time on that trip. I was just, we were having fun. So she listened to that one, and then the other day she texted me, just heard the Halloween episode.
Wow.
So maybe my wife now does listen.
She's becoming a full-time listener, huh?
I guess. Now I got to watch what I say.
Well, you do. Holly, don't go back to episode 13 when he threw you under the bus.
Yeah, whatever you do not listen to all the episodes. I don't know.
Every single one.
So that was, she went from we did a Facebook Live from your house the other day. And
that's there. Yeah, we'll throw that up there.
And if you haven't seen it, go to DeathPiles and Taxes Facebook and look at the live. I did an awesome light show. It was amazing. Went there with my company party. Like how I told you, I take...
you did have the company party.
I had a company party. I upset some people. I didn't take my dad on the company party, and he supplies me with my boxes and my bubble wrap.
Oh, man.
So this year might be a tough year for me. I might not get the bubble wrap and boxes that I need. But so we went and had a nice steak dinner down the road here at the Daltons. Had some prime rib and steak, and I said, get whatever you want. They help me all year long. My wife takes everything to the post office, and my brother is the bolo guy. I say, go get this, help me do that, whatever. So afterwards, I said, let's go see Adam's house over here with all the music and stuff playing. And we did a live video from it, and you should go and watch it.
It was great. The funny part is my kids were watching it, and they were dying. They says, Dad, Derek, he's a funny guy.
And then the other day, I got Santa to visit us.
Between you, our booking department is amazing. The fact that you can get the two most influential people in the world right now, Santa Claus and President Trump, on our show. It's unbelievable, man.
It's unbelievable. I didn't want to be insensitive to you. I don't know if the phrase is happy impeachment or merry impeachment. I don't know which way that goes, so I didn't want to offend anybody. I don't know how that works.
Wow.
This time of year, happy and merry, get people upset.
That's why this show rolls it in. Some of us know what we're talking about. The others stick their head in the sand, and I'll let you figure out who it is on which topic.
Exactly. If you go back and listen to all the shows, it won't take you long.
It's all there. It's just all there.
It is all there. So what?
I'll tell you something. So getting into these, we talk a lot about, you got to know what's going on with your taxes. No matter what. Like if you're listening to this podcast, you're going to have to file taxes. I don't care if you're in South Carolina, Canada, Japan, Poland. There are some form of taxes that you're paying. We get into a lot of the reselling thing and doing all these things. And, I learned something yesterday.
You learned something new about taxes?
I learned something new about my profession.
What's that?
So I spoke at Career Day yesterday at the local high school.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were on the local high school career day.
I got it.
Yeah,
in
you were
here.
busy yesterday.
I was busier than a fruit merchant.
Fruit merchant down in San Jose.
That's right. I spoke at the Career Day. It was definitely interesting. I mean, I think it was, they had like 30, 35 different career people there talking about their things. Brian was there. He's an occupational therapist there. He was there. We had lawyer friend, firefighter buddy. That's in my notes. We got to talk about him. Interesting conversations we had. But first with mine, apparently, this is going to be hard to believe. Hold on.
I'm sitting down.
Apparently, there are not a lot of high school kids that want to become an accountant.
Wow.
I was promised 25 to 30 kids per session. I had 2 groups that I spoke with, and I had 7 that show up, which that was good. And I went out of my way. I even bought candy. I brought like the gold coins. I brought some $1 million bars. I was teaching like you got it, and then I took it away because you had to pay me taxes.
Oh, you had it all figured out.
It was good. It was good. And, I had 7 kids, very smart. Like, they were the cream of the crop. And then the next session happened, and 0 kids came in. I got goose-egged.
Well, you know why? We live in a pretty conservative area, and there's a lot of women associated with accountants, and, it's that flamboyant lifestyle. Just, you get all the ladies. And so there were probably parents that said, you can't go to the accountant because we don't want you growing up and having that temptation. So that was probably, because I know originally before you were a married man, you got into it for the women. And now you've had to just, fly solo. You're an honest and true man, but it's a tough temptation for all accountants. It's just the women that just surround you at all time.
The throng of harlots that come in.
I mean, it's hard. It's a heartbreaker. It's right below like boy band accountant as far as just screaming women at your door.
I was thinking me and Axl Rose finally have something in common besides our bulging weight.
I wouldn't take that personally. On the second session, I think that was that was parents, probably mothers being a little too, they don't want their boy getting wrapped up in that lifestyle. So,
well, I'm glad you
don't take it personally.
I'm glad you brought me back down to reality on that. But I was like, I forgot. Like, my job is not sexy. It's not like everybody says I want to grow up and be an accountant.
Well, I think about when you were in high school. I mean, it was like, well, I'm going to be a pro athlete, or I'm going to be,
I was going to be the payroll manager for the San Diego Padres, not the first baseman.
Well, but not. What was the rest of your class going to be? If you're talking to people that, if they even thought it out.
Lucky if they were alive.
Yeah, no one really thinks long term at that point. If they do, they're a lot ahead. So, yeah, I wouldn't take that one too personally. I wasn't even asked to come in and talk about being a professional warehouser, driver / eBay entrepreneur.
I'll make sure that because I mentioned it. I talked about the podcast. I threw that out there. So
hey, maybe you got some new listeners.
So the cool thing is,
it gets better, guys. I know you're listening. It's a tough spot. You had to go to this accounting thing, but you'll be all right. You'll have the money, so you'll be okay.
So after our little, hour, teaching, talking about our careers, we went into the teacher's lounge, which I haven't been in there for a long time.
I've never been in a teacher's lounge.
Yeah. Anyways, they had some food there, but sat down. A couple people sat around that I knew, familiar with, and we had one guy, interesting. He was a retired chemist.
Oh.
Which where I come from, that's a drug maker, but I don't think he was.
Yeah, chemist is, okay.
They were for AARP, like he was,
He was legit.
He was legit.
He wasn't your neighborhood meth dealer.
No, he was not that I know of. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there technically. I mean, there's a lot wrong with that, but you got to put food on the table, I guess.
That's true. We were there talking with one of my friends. Guy sitting next to me, he is a paramedic, works in the fire department. And, we're talking about random things. Brian was kind of talking about his eBay stuff, and guy across was like, oh, yeah, like I have the camera and things that I'm selling, like the chemist. And then the other guy next to me is just kind of like looking at me like waiting, chomping at the bit to get into the conversation.
He's got something to say.
Just throwing it in there. So he pulls out this picture. And he pulls out this picture and he shows me it's a picture of a tent, like a military tent. And there was a kind of some accident that happened here. I won't get into too many details. Something that happened on the railroad, Union Pacific. There was a couple train cars that derailed, and Anyways, he had 2 tents out there for some different purposes, and they were destroyed. So do you know what Union Pacific did?
Not a clue.
They paid him the MSRP value of those tents.
Okay.
He paid $500. They were worth $7,000 each.
Wow.
So his flip was $1,000 into 14.
So how did he go about that then?
Just different, he filled out the paperwork and things, but that was just
Well, I mean, where did he get the $1,400 tent for $500
no 14,000.
or $14,000?
So he
Because that's the kind of thing I need to be listing on eBay.
exactly, and that's kind of what we got into. And he tells me he goes to these governmental surplus types
Like
auctions
surplus
and things.
auctions. Yep.
But then, that was just the beginning, man. That was Pandora's box.
That was just the tip of the old iceberg.
That was the tip. And it's always one of these interesting things, and I won't get into too many names or details to keep it.
Don't incriminate the poor guy.
No HIPAA violations here. But he says, yeah, it was kind of one of those things when we went in and met with our accountant, and my wife was there, and the accountant says, yeah, how did you make $80,000 flipping on the internet?
Wow.
So he got into a couple more items, because I was like you, what are you buying, bro?
Yeah. What was the name of your store again? I need to go check some things out.
Yeah. I guess he does a lot on Facebook Marketplace. He kind of stays off the radar because he ships a lot of things. He also bought some defibrillators.
Okay.
Some medical devices. I guess he found some, thing, paid $175 and was selling them for $3,000.
Yeah, things like that are pretty regulated as far as Amazon and eBay, so you would have to sell them kind of locally or know people, because medical equipment is one of those things where they want licenses. And
so when I saw that,
approval, all that kind of stuff.
I wonder if him and the chemist were in organization
Maybe
together.
they're cahoots, or maybe it's like, you know people that own businesses and you need defibrillators, and hey, I can sell it to you for this amount, and it doesn't matter as far as that goes, but if you're trying to sell them across state lines on the internet, eBay has different regulations and rules that they have to follow. So Facebook Marketplace is not a bad place. I sold, so I bought 60 of an item I can't talk about because,
No.
don't want to ruin
HIPAA violations.
I don't want to ruin children's beliefs. I'll just say that much, right?
If that's what you want to go with.
And so I've sold this item to mothers and grandmothers. And I sold them, I got them $5 a piece. I've been selling them for $20. And I got 3 left. And I'm just going gangbusters. But I just do it on Facebook Marketplace. And I say, hey, if you Venmo me the money, I'll ship it for free because it'll fit in a first class envelope, no problem. And I've just been selling them like crazy, like hotcakes, especially last week. So, it's not, we talk a lot about eBay. We brush on Amazon, but don't sleep on the marketplace or, classified ads like Maynard was talking about with his elk head.
Yeah.
Just find where your stuff is selling at and go for it.
Get it sold.
Wow.
So that was, it was a good conversation. And it was one of those things I hit him up. I says, hey, you want to come on our podcast? He said, yeah, let's figure out a time. So,
hey, the more the merrier.
So that's kind of, I'm going down my list. I got one more. This is a heavy, I made show notes because I knew we were going to be banging this episode. It was going to be good.
It's going to be a good one. This is a keeper, as the kids would say.
It's going to be an evergreen. I'm up on the eBay. Did you see what eBay announced about our friends, the shoe flippers?
I saw there's an announcement coming down. I didn't read it.
Are you saying I'm ahead of it on the eBay?
Yep, you're ahead of me.
You've created a monster here.
I've created a few monsters, and I'm pretty proud of it because
Yes, you have.
I'm helping people do good stuff. As far as, because people say to me, like, why are you doing it? Like you're stealing money out of your own pocket, or I'm helping people be able to go to Disneyland with their kids, or to pay a few extra bills, take their wife out to dinner, or in some cases, have a whole new career. So I'm happy about the monsters we've been creating.
It's been a huge...
Maybe that could be another name of monsters.
A huge success.
eBay
just made a huge announcement to help dominate the multi-billion-dollar sneaker reselling industry.
Because there was something about eBay or Amazon dropping Nike. There was a big fight going on.
eBay is going to eliminate North American sellers' fees for sneakers sold at $100 or more, the company announced on Tuesday.
Wow.
I guess before they had charges up to 10% for sellers.
Oh, yeah, well, we all pay seller's fees, so yeah.
So I'm still always like looking into these things because you know how I look at it? If they're eliminating fees, how are they going to make money?
Well, they're just trying to dominate the market, right?
Yeah.
There's a big sneakerhead, is what they call themselves, market out there.
Yes.
There's a few different apps and places to find them. Besides Amazon, I think it's StockX or something like that. And then there's another one that's a popular one. So I think they're just trying to get people to come to eBay to look for shoes. So they're just trying to get the market coming there. And then I'm sure here in a couple of years or whatever, surprise, you're paying fees again.
Here's the thing. Now, if people think that selling stuff on the internet is crazy, you're right. But this is saying, just like you said, that this is moved to help them break into the global resale market. In a recent analysis, they're saying that the sneaker market reselling could be worth $6 billion with a B by 2025. They said nearly 6 million sneakers were sold on eBay in 2019. And right there, just like you said, StockX, man, you know your stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. There's people that just go, I told you my buddy's working over at the Ross trying to make some extra money.
Slinging.
Yeah, there's people that just go in there and just buy shoes and they just resell them on eBay. If you go up to the Nike outlet, I know most areas either have, these Nike Adidas type outlets and stuff, Under Armour. You can go buy shoes there all day long and flip them if you know what you're looking for. Always look at your comps, but they have these limited drops that they call them, and people will find out when they're going to happen, and they'll go wait in line and they'll buy up as many pairs as they can get.
Yeah. And
they just flip them, and it's a good source of income.
I know you had some good luck when we went to the Apple store. You bought some stuff there.
Yeah.
I know you're flipping it. Apparently, we need to know somebody on one of those religious sabbaticals that's in Portland and goes to the Nike store, because I just had somebody there that we're talking about. Apparently, they get a pretty nice discount up there.
Well, there's Nike stores around the valley.
Well, this is like at the headquarters.
Yeah, there's the headquarters.
Yeah, that's where it was at.
Okay, well, if it's that good of a discount, let's get the old Sprinter van and get up there, man. We'll load her up.
Get the man
Make
van.
it a business trip.
Stop in Bendy on the way.
Might as well.
Well, we've been zipping. I know. I can't believe it. Just time goes by fast.
Yep.
Maybe we'll sneak in a little break.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think we should do a break. We'll come back and do one of our new Husky sections.
Husky sections.
And a happy holidays to all the listeners out there.
It's been a great time.
Hopefully you're selling a lot, or if you're thinking about getting into it, you're starting, because it's a great time to start selling.
So as this holiday season, we're right there. There's going to be two things that are for certain.
Merry and happy whatever it is you celebrate or do.
Derek is a fruitcake.
And DeathPiles are for certain.
And you're all going to have to pay taxes.
Oh, it's tax season.
Tax season's coming.
Hey, we're all trying to save some money this holiday season, and a great way to do it is with our friends at Visible Mobile. They offer unlimited everything. Talk, text, data, a mobile hotspot on that phone. And of course, if you tell them that you're with us at the DeathPiles and Taxes Show, you're going to get 20% off. They have a bunch of other great deals as well, so go over and look at visible.com to see what they have to offer. Use our code BBWBQ. I know that's long and awkward, but it's going to be in the show notes, so use it, and we'll hook you up.
That'll be great, because then I can use my extra cash buying stuff on eBay. Well, it's that time of the year. It's time to file your taxes. What a daunting task. Can you imagine sitting in your basement, taking all 12 months of all your receipts and just trying to figure that out?
I got that shoebox full of receipts, and I'm going to make this work.
And then what do? You get online and you try and figure it out yourself. It ain't worth it, man. Hey, you need to file your taxes. Go to adamupaccounting.com. We'd be happy to help you. We understand resellers like crazy. We know how to file your taxes. We know how to put all your expenses in the right categories. We know how to take care of it timely, that you feel like, oh, this is well worth it. I should have been doing this my entire life. Look at Derek. Look what he used to be. And look what we've got him trained into now.
I'm a champion of the interwebs.
That's what your Twitter says. So go to adamupaccounting.com. You can find us on there. You can message us directly. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to help you out so that we can decrease the stress that you have coming up in the next few months.
We are sports fans. We believe. We are all in. We deserve to see our team in the biggest playoff and championship games, but tickets are gone or too expensive. We're Lunatics, the #1 ticket site for fans to reserve playoff or championship tickets for any team in any game. Hold or resell your reservations all year long. When your team makes the game, you get the tickets. Want regular season tickets? Buy any tickets with no fees and we'll give you 20% back to reserve any postseason tickets you want. Any other ticket sites offer you that? No chance. Be there and tell the story forever. Lunatics.com.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, yeah. Here comes the, no. Here comes the, oh. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, yeah. Here comes the, no.
We've talked about it forever.
Welcome to hashtag
Husky section.
So I'm back here with Mike Painter, who's now became a multi guest.
Yeah, face made for radio and podcast.
And I was going to ask you something, but I totally forgot what it was during that rant there. So let me think about. Oh, here's what it is. So I'll cut that out as well. So Mike, it's the holiday season.
Christmas time.
You're a fan of Christmas music.
I am.
Instead of me derailing, why don't you go down some of your favorite Christmas songs and why?
Do you want me to talk about the ones that I absolutely loathe as well?
Yes, that's where I'm going with it.
Okay, so there's one song that I absolutely loathe that Derek loves. Derek, growing up, I'm sure he's probably mentioned that. I don't recall, but he's maybe mentioned on his podcast that he has a love for Mariah Carey. At least before he met his dear wife, Holly, I'm sure that he figured Mariah was probably the woman in his life. And
she has no more spot in my heart now. It's been filled.
It's been purged. That's right. But she had a song that All I Want for Christmas Is You. Or is that the correct? Yeah, that's the name. I can't stand that song. It's terrible.
Now, you coming from the Juab area,
Yeah,
I believe that is a Christmas classic.
It is a Christmas classic.
From what I understand, Lisa down at Lisa's Dance Shop, I believe that they've been doing that same Christmas flashlights dance since 91 or something.
It's a great dance.
Several years, and you're saying you're not a fan of it.
I think maybe it's one of those repetition things. I've heard that song so many times. I dare bet I've peradventure a million times I've listened to that song, and it's one too many.
Wow, you're a deep dive in there.
Yeah, that's it.
So how about the Grinch song?
The Grinch song's great.
Okay.
I'm a lover of all Christmas holiday type music. It can be an Adam Sandler song. I'm good with everything. Religious. Yeah, it's good.
I want to bring that up. Want to appreciate it. There isn't a lot of Thanksgiving music.
That's right.
Adam Sandler came on last week. We got a little something on there. Liked 98% of it. Forgot how funny it was as an 18-year-old. Forgot how much has slipped through the crack as a 38-year-old father.
That's right.
Well, I can't raise your kids for you.
That's true. So, what other Christmas jolly do you get?
Do I get jolly? Is that the
Christmas jollies do you get?
I can say, I like Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday of the whole year. There's a lot of good music out there. I do like the more religious music, but I like the fun music too. But I like Christmas movies. Second, the clock strikes 12:01 on the day after Thanksgiving is Christmas movies. Like every day, you got to watch Cousin Eddie and the Griswolds, things like that. You got to watch The Christmas Story. All the other ones, all the Grinches, every last one of them, and every last one of the Christmas carols, whether it's the Jim Carrey or the Kermit the Frog or the Mickey Mouse, they're all good, or the original.
I got a question for Adam, because we went over the scary. Adam doesn't like scary movies. That's been well established. Where do you come down on A Christmas Carol, which is a classic Christmas story, but it's also Ebenezer Scrooge and Ghosts?
Now, I'm always open, transparent on the show. Never seen the complete
Oh my!
of the black and white one. I mean, I've seen,
okay. Sorry.
the black and white. Come on, the original one.
The remastered in color.
Yeah, the remastered. No, I mean the Mickey Mouse one. I mean Uncle Scrooge one. Like that's one of my go-tos. I mean, I'm a Tiny Tim kind of guy.
You are a Tiny Tim kind of guy. That's brave of you to admit.
Let's be honest. I mean, Bob Cratchit, like, he was an accountant. Let's be honest, he's an accountant, guys. Like, I get it more than you think you get it. And I like to feel I've got a little Bob Cratchit in my heart. I used to be crotchety, Uncle Joey, and then I just hit that moment where I just decided to get out of bed and resurrect my life. And
Oh, wow.
That's a good metaphor.
That's
I've
how
never
I
had
knew
that metaphor before.
a new look on
time
life.
of season.
So, yeah, I mean, way to go, man. Love the show.
But the ghosts don't bother you.
I don't know if it's the ghosts.
You know, the candle one?
It's a cartoon.
Seems like that would hit
Cartoon.
home.
That one's,
Death.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah,
So
that
please
candle
don't bring it up.
coming into the room.
Don't ruin the show for me.
I mean, it's ghost stories to be told by the fire. Is that how the song goes?
Yeah, I think so.
So any other Christmas tidbits?
As far as, Derek, you put me on the spot here. I'm normally a lot more funny when I have time to prepare materials.
That's welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, it's like, come on now.
Turn this thing on, man.
Of course, you turn it on and you got to be funny. Come on, man.
I have to have you back for Easter.
Yeah. How do you think? I mean, the people love us. We've been doing this for 49 episodes
There you
now.
go.
New stuff every
You
week.
just keep coming around.
You
with
guys
it.
got to start expanding too a little bit. You have Japan, but you need to get some into China and Hong Kong and some of those areas.
So
right?
you're in it. Why don't you give us a quick little intro in Japanese? Make this an intercultural.
So I'm not
Chinese.
Chinese. I speak Chinese. I speak very little Japanese, and I'm afraid I'd offend when I start speaking.
Well,
you know,
don't offend. How about you throw in some Chinese? I hear it's a pretty big country, right?
Yeah, it's large.
A couple people live there.
huge.
It's huge.
Billions.
Couple people that live there.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe give us a little promo.
So
How
should
get the
we
people listen?
wish our friends in China Merry Christmas?
Oh, that'd
Is
be-
that
that'd be
acceptable on
phenomenal.
this podcast?
That's fine with me.
So in China, there's the two main dialects. You have the Mandarin, which is what they speak in mainland China, and then you have Cantonese, which is spoken more in Hong Kong. So if we're gonna speak Mandarin, because that's really what I'm familiar with. I studied this 20 years ago on my sabbatical, church sabbatical, religious vacation. So it's a 圣诞节快乐. So that's Merry Christmas. So that's something that we'll let them. Maybe that'll help some listeners.
Take some of your stuff and list it on eBay?
Ooh, I don't think I could do that right now. That's like I said, you don't really use that language there
Are
at the
you
Chinese
telling me that
restaurant
you
when
weren't
I'm
looking
ordering
what
cat.
to flip when you were on your sabbatical?
You get a show, try to do this every now and then. And now, ladies and gentlemen, performing her holiday classic for us, our good dear friend, Darlene Love. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. It's been a great pleasure. God bless you, my dear. Thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.